Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. My name is Sishi and I'm a member of the organizing team at RARDD and I'll be the moderator for today's session. I heartily welcome you all for another mind-boggling session with Sri Kutupananand Nath Sir on Rukma Vimana. All along our epics, we heard about various types of Vimanas and the ways in which these are propelled. But today, we specifically take up one type of Vimana and see its analogies with various other UFOs and various other aircrafts that have been built over the past few years. And Kutupananand Natsar is the author of the enthralling books like Machines from Aryans, Vedic Space Technology, to name a few. He's an active researcher on Vedic texts and other Sanskrit literature. He's a mechanical engineer, and so he gets into very relevant information related to the Vimanas. So let's now start and let's take a very good journey into this session. Sir, you could start your presentation now.
The presentation topic is Rukma Viman as an anti-gravity massless propulsion vehicle. We know from the ancient Sanskrit text Viman Shastra that there are different types of aeroplanes like Rukma, Shakun, Sundar Viman or Tripur Viman. And each Viman's body, construction, working principle and flying principle is described in very precise and very short way, and this all is in Sanskrit. So out of that, I am taking here as a Rukma Viman as a review, and we'll compare it with similar research or the vehicles which use the anti-gravity technology. Now, what is the anti-gravity technology? I will come into about it. So this whole research into ancient aerospace technology is based on the few Sanskrit books which were revealed in last century. Now these on the screen you can see this first page of couple of these books. Both are Viman Shastra but different editions. These are the Sanskrit books, and this Viman Shastra is part of the big book on the engineering which is called Yantra Sarvasva. And Yantra Sarvasva has very wide scope. Like it describes land mobiles, sea vehicles, aeroplanes. Around 340 land mobiles it describes. 783 sea vehicles are described, and 101 aeroplanes are described in the Yantra Sarvasva. Unfortunately, we don't have Yantra Sarvasva with us, but only this part, the Vaimanika Shastra we have, and we are going to take it as a reference point. Now, many people have done some research on the Vaimanika Shastra and the Anshubodhini, that another similar advanced technological text. That Anshubodhini is on the astrophysics. Many, like I was saying, many people have done the research work, like few in Mumbai University, in Birla Research Institute in Hyderabad, and Banaras Hindu University. Few instruments have been made like Chumbak Mani or spectroscope, infrared spectroscope based on the Anshubodhini. And some have tried to create the alloys which are mentioned in the Vaimanika Shastra. That is the alloy, and that science is again a totally different branch. But there are attempts to recreate this technology or re-engineer this technology. But what it matters, the Vaimanika Shastra, 100 years back, it was revealed. And in India, just few groups, few enthusiastic writers are writing about it, and mostly mainstream media and mainstream engineers, institutes, government take it as a hoax, and no major institute has shown the serious instead officially. Individuals working in those institutes are trying, but no major engineering college or uh, even the aeroplane manufacturing companies like HAL, no one has shown that genuine seriousness about it. But we have the information, and the important thing is this information went to Germany in early 1930s, and from Germany after Second World War, it went to US. So how it went? Uh, this Vaimanik Shastra and Akash Chandra. Akash Chandra was another book on the space technology. It has more wider scope, like interplanetary travels. Viman Shastra and Akash Chandra were known to Subbarai Shastri, who uh, from 1885, who published articles on ancient Vedic sciences in monthly magazine Bhautik Kala Nadi from 1911. Magazine was published by B. Suryanarayan Rao in Chennai, in India. Various articles of Subbaraya Shastri, his published works, Vaimanik Shastra, Prasthantrayi, mention many ancient works on aeronautics and aviation, naval technology. Scope of this presentation is about Rukma Vimana and the incredible similarity it gives with the current anti-gravity tech. So we'll see. Now this is the Rukma Vimana. Now many people have uh, created some 3D drawings or models based on the description in that 1979 edition of the Vaimanik Shastra. But those drawings were drawn by a non-technical person. As Subbaraya Shastri told that person in early 1930s, he draw. Those drawings are not as per the Sanskrit description. For example, here you can read the description of the Rukma Viman. Here it describes the peat. Atha peat niranay. Peat means body of the aeroplane. पीठम रुक्म विमानस्य कुर्माकारं प्रकल्पयेत् वितस्ति सहस्रायां गात्रम एक वितस्तिकम. The body of the Rukma Viman should be of a tortoise shape. And if you see the Rukma Viman drawings in that book, Viman Shastra 1979 book, is totally different. So which current or last century spacecraft goes near to this, that we will see. It has a Kurma shaped body, and the description is given. It has a diameter of 1000 vitasti. Vitasti means 1 vitasti is 6 inch. So 6000 inch will be the diameter of this aircraft. So how much will be the 6000 inch? Will be 83 feet. Will be the diameter. Now this you are seeing is Haunebu aircraft of Nazi Germany from the Second World War. Now you can see the Kurma shape. The central bulge where the pilot, very compact space is there for only 3 people to sit, maximum 3 people. And this is a disc shape. And that's why it's called saucer. The flying saucer is called because it looks like a bulge at the center, like saucer has. It's exactly the description which mentions Kurma shape. So it has 83 feet diameter. Now, interesting thing is, along with the Haunebu, this again is similar with another UFO, which was disclosed by Bob Lazar, uh, who was working in 1979 in Area 51. Area 51 is a secret US base where US Pentagon and US Army develop new weapons and spacecrafts. So this drawing now you are seeing on the screen is, again you can see the kurma shape at the center, and you can see the uh, seats for three people to sit, and below that there are those anti-gravity devices. This is a kurma shape again, and Bob Lazar mentioned this. Like it used to be 100 to 150 feet. 100 feet will be a regular diameter. As per the Vimana Shastra, we have these dimensions as 83 feet for the Rukma Vimana. Now, Lallacharya, on the Lallacharya also I wrote one paper who was the ancient aeronautical engineer who wrote books like Rahasya Lahari, which is detailed on the same subject like Vimana Shastra. So here in this Sanskrit verses, he describes the construction of Ayah Pinda chakra. That is the main anti-gravity device. So what it has, these are the iron discs, and this is a just general drawing, and this drawing I got from the secret German weapon development files. In 1970s, in references, the last slide you will see, in 1970s, many such information of secret weapon development, aircraft development, UFO development done during the Hitler's time um, was came out. So this information is from those sources. So this drawing, which is exactly portrays the description which is given by Lallacharya. 12 feet long and wide and 8 kankushtas in weight. Kankushta was an ancient unit. They should be made round like a grindstone. They should be inserted in the beaks at the centers, at the circumferences from each chakrapind up to the electrical generator chain. Wires should be connected with switches, which are called Vaimanika thumb. So these are the iron discs which will be at the periphery of the plane, and they will be electrically connected to the main supply device. And because we have very precise and abstract description, because most of the books, Sanskrit books, are stolen from India. So whatever remains from that, we are trying to recreate the technology. So which technology matches with the description given in the Sanskrit book, we are going to find out. So this is the Ayapinda chakra, which was described in the Rukma Vimana principle. Now this is again another drawing of the Mark II flying saucer during the Nazi Germany. With the same Rukma Vimana, we can see the pilot, uh, one of the three pilots who is sitting. Now there are different possible technologies are used in this. One is these discs are electromagnetically charged, and with a very high voltage, the static discharge is created, repulsion is created, and the whole ship is guided. But for this technology to work, you require very high voltage, and it uh, in that high voltage, it's almost impossible for any life to survive at the center of the disk. But that is a possible technology using the electromagnetic uh, repulsion. This drawing, this shows in this Mark II flying saucer. Again, you will see the kurma, the tortoise-like shape, and the design. On next slide, again the Sanskrit verses are described, which talk about how the, because this describes how the Pinda chakra, those iron wheels, are magnetized or energized, and after they are energized, the aircraft goes into sky. Only that much is given, and these discs are connected with the switches with the different wires, and with the electricity supply of the electricity, the upward and downward and other axial motions of the this spacecraft are underwent. But basic part of this motion or this engine are those iron discs. Now here we come. about the US patent which was given to US Navy on December 2018 for craft using an inertial mass reducing device, patent assigned to US Navy on December 4, 2018. So what is this technology for which the patent is given? And this technology is not in mainstream again. No one openly talks about it or makes these aircrafts. Even mainstream aeronautical engineers and mechanical engineers or even physics scientists, they will not um, accept the reality of this spacecraft. But this patent is given. Space or water propulsion through quantum vacuum created cavity without any resistance of air, water, ions, or gravity. This technology creates quantum vacuum outside the aircraft by electromagnetically induced mass reduction and polarization of outside vacuum by microwave, resulting in negative pressure or repulsive gravity. In such system, aircraft is moved without any resistance and is capable of achieving speeds higher than speed of light depending upon mass reduction percentage. Such aircraft should travel through water, air, or space without resistance, but in maximized working conditions of quantum vacuum surrounding the aircraft, it should travel through solid matter also without any resistance. The idea behind this massless anti-gravity device is it creates a quantum vacuum. Like, one vacuum is when you suck the air, or how the vacuum is in the space. If there is no air, then there is no resistance. But then there is a resistance or the downward force of the gravity. So in the quantum vacuum, the whole space-time fabric is broken outside that aircraft. So that aircraft will be out of the force of gravity, and it will be also out of the force of time. That's again the different subject, like how those people in that spacecraft are out of time, like the time will not affect them. So there is no aging or anything in that spacecraft. So the idea is they use the oscillating microwaves and the electromagnetism, and certain kind of materials are used which create this quantum cavity. And I'm telling you the frequency of these microwaves is very high, and wavelength very less. They're called millimeter microwaves, and those microwave guns, they will shoot those microwaves uh, on the target material, which is again under the electromagnetic field. That field will be also oscillating field, and this will result into creating quantum cavity around the craft. So once the quantum cavity is created around the aircraft, these are the drawings which are given in those sanction patent. When the quantum cavity is created outside the craft, then there is no resistance. There is no force in the universe which is going to stop that. Here, the you break the Newton's laws of motion also. So once you give the energy, because there is no resistance, so the speed will increase up to infinity. So in that, you can go beyond the speed of the light, and within fractions of second, you will be from this space to uh, another solar system. Or actually, the time doesn't matter inside for the people inside the spacecraft. So the idea is total massless energy travel. So this spacecraft can go inside the water, through the land, to the mass of the earth also it can go, because actually it will always create the vacuum outside the aircraft. It will be the actual vacuum, like a zero mass. So it will pass through the solid buildings, And this might be the Viman Shastra mean when they talk about Tripur Viman, the Viman which can travel in the land, earth, and water, massless propulsion craft diagrams. Now again, this same drawing design, this sanctioned US patent for the massless reducing device, you can see in the Aurora TR3B. This is again the secret weapon program of US defense, and this is going since 1980s. Black Triangle. Many people working in the army in the Afghanistan and Iraq have seen this. And this aircraft again runs on that mass reducing device. It doesn't use any conventional. There are videos also uh, of this on the YouTube. You can search this Aurora TR3B videos, which again this has the pilot at the center, and when the reactor is on, it just vanishes in the space. It doesn't move in the linear direction. It creates the vacuum around it and it vanishes. So this is again on the same line of the Rukma Vimana. Now, what is the scope for further study? Because this study, this is this outline. It's very difficult for a short presentation to talk about this technology and again its relation with the Rukma Vimana. But now the efforts are started in India about ancient advanced space technology. So we should be because now everybody knows how this basic jet aeroplane flies. Now no one is even as a country we are lacking the capacity in manufacturing those aeroplanes also, but that's different thing. The current technology, what the NASA, if you see the advanced papers which NASA are approving or asking for researchers to submit or study are on these massless anti-gravity vehicles, because the closest star Alpha Centauri is a 4.32 light years away from here. So till that star, and that star possibly has exoplanets, the life-bearing planets. So to reach that star in even in 1 year, you will require 4 times speed of the light. So with current speed of the light also, it will take 4.5 years to reach that star. And with current jet engine technologies or nuclear reactors for the propulsion, still you will not able to reach there in thousands of years or lakhs of years. So because the who are doing the space research know, like other than the Saturn satellite system, there is no possibility of life in the Earth, the real life in the solar system. So the target can be the closest star system. But so NASA is totally focused now on this kind of technologies. So our research should also be on that line that I feel. So these are some points like quantum cavity this research. One of the way to create the quantum cavity is a gravity cancellation. Then the Raj Loha, which is used for the Vaimanika Shastra, so that material has significant anti-gravity properties. So we can focus our research on that, and the further search into the lost Sanskrit texts like Yantra Sarvasva and Akash Tantra, which will enable us to gather more this advanced technology. Conclusion. Construction and working similarity can be seen between Rukma Viman, described in Bharadwaj Viman Shastra, published by Subbaraj Shastri from India in early 20s of 19th century, to Haunebu series secret German aircraft developed by SS Secret Weapon Division from 1934 to 1945. Certain working similarity can also be observed with design of aircraft patented in US patent mentioned above by US Navy, and another such secret aircraft TR-3B Astra. Why such similarity between Vimana designs from mysterious Sanskrit texts on Vimana Shastra and anti-gravity crafts of Germany and now US should come or exist? And what is the modus operandi behind such similarity should be matter of further research. These are the few reference books which you can read or collect for more information. But this is over the past. Future technology is very much open. Thank you very much. You can contact me for your questions or if you want to share or discuss these technologies, these issues. You can WhatsApp me on this number or you can email me on the vamapathofshakti@gmail.com. Thank you very much.
Well, so that was a very different kind of seminar because it relates a lot of technology that is quite developed a lot many years back. If we see the pictures and from from US walls and stuff. So we have here audience. So if you have any questions, you could even ask now to Gurupanandanath sir. So yeah, so let's go to the audience now. Yeah, you could also use the chat box to type down your questions, and sir would be answering them to you right away.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Katapananda. Now,
Yes.
my question is basically, and you have mentioned this Sanskrit wordings, and especially this Vaimanika Shastra, which is written by the Maharaja Rishi. Now, Rukma Vimana and the Tripura Vimana, you have mentioned clearly. The Tripura Vimana, it can move from solid uh, any object through without any disturbance. For example, it can move to that through the water and the inside of the earth and even that atmosphere. Now you said that they are the massless, mass is not there, and anti-gravity is some kind of technology. Even we are not still discovered that. Now my question is, when you are decoding of this Sanskrit word, how did you do? How did you exactly got to know that the meaning of this word is exactly is the this? Because we know exactly that the word the concept, there are so many information within that word, one word. So how did you get extract that meaning of that respective word which is mentioned in that Sanskrit wording? Thank you.
Yeah. No, I came to the word meaning later. First, I found out the similarity. First, I found the similarity in the German Second World War UFOs, and from there, the technology started to develop. And what was happening? Like they changed the name of the technology actually, and find different patents, and hiding that exact technology. Otherwise, um, like the Rukma Vimana construction, like that Ayah Pinda chakra, which has 8 iron discs, which are given the electric current. So how it will go up from that, whatever the description available, and if you take the classical physics into consideration, it's not possible by that mechanism to go it up. So something totally different is there in the terminology or in the meaning, which will enable uh, the plane to flight and then rotate or take the directions. Because in the description of the Rukma Vimana or the before that, in the Yantradhikaran Prakaranam and Rahasya Prakaran, the left, right, or the rotationary motions are given, which are not possible in current jet aircraft even, at immediate speed. immediately turning directly at 45 degrees or 90 degrees without any jerk or anything. Those things are not possible. Another important thing, in the IISc Bangalore paper, which has causing so much trouble because that some ignorant scientists wrote that paper, and in that they highlighted this issue, like in Tripur Viman, the direction of the plane is in the direction of the exhaust. So they were not able to understand how the plane can move in the direction of the exhaust. As per the Newton's law, it should go opposite, right, to the exhaust direction, like the jet engine or any plane moves. So in the Tripur Viman working description, it's given like it moves in the direction of the dhoom. Now the meaning of the dhoom, uh, these scientists or mostly people took it as a smoke, and they conclude like the description is like that. Plane is moving in the direction of the exhaust, so it cannot be possible. So the whole book is some imagination. But if you read this US patent, how the massless cavity propulsion happens, it happens in the direction of the vacuum. It creates the vacuum in front and it goes. Now, the meaning of the dhoom is very, very wide in Sanskrit. Like a Dhumavati, there is one deity or the Vidya. It means annihilation, annihilation. Dhoom is assigned with total destruction or total annihilation. It's not just smoke. So annihilation of what? So if we correlate it with the annihilation of the mass, then it's possible that it can move in the direction of the exhaust or direction of the force where it actually targeting. So obviously this is not as per the Newton's reaction law. So this is how I got that similarity.
Thank you very much, Nath Kutupanand sir. Anyway, I'll ask simple question now. That is basically, now you said that in this Rukma Vimana, inside of this, we call this, we can say in the presently wording is cockpit. Inside of this Rukma Vimana, the 3 pilots were there. So how did you got to know that? How did you get to know this information?
No, that information is not there in the Sanskrit text because the description on Rukma Viman is very brief.
Okay.
There is no description about the
Sir,
interior.
Kutupanand sir. Yeah, sir. You told that all these technologies are used in Area 51, technology 51. So in past situations, we have known that in Area 51, the aliens and UFOs we have seen in that areas. So in that areas, there is a connection between the aliens and a human being, like which the news has came whole abroadly, and they told that these aliens are also live in that in Shambhala village also. So Shambhala is a god place, like it is a pure from village that only gods live, the gods can see. But at that in Nazi era, some of the soldiers from Nazi party went to the Shambhala village to see there, and they fainted there only. So what is the situation? It is the real that we can make this type of UFOs truly, and we can make more advanced technology in modern technology with an ancient technologies like aviations, electronics, and other communication, which are made by our Indian ancestors.
Yes. No, we can make it definitely, but some critical things in this technology depend upon the material science. Now we know currently about 118 elements, and mostly after radium, all the elements are unstable. The critical part is the material science. For the anti-gravity propulsions, you require certain materials. Then for the travel for the speed of the light or higher than speed of the light, you require certain kind of metal or alloys. Now in the Viman Shastra book, some processes are there to create the like Raj Loha or Som Loha. But that we need to decode it. And in Area 51, the thing is that US government and most of the who countries which have the space programs, the G8 countries, they have the contract with the aliens, and because their technology very superior, so no one can reveal without their permission anything, because their technological scope is much wider. It goes into the mind control and memory control and all those things. So no political leader will dare to do anything without the official approval. And the United Nations and those things are involved in this. It
Sir,
started
but
from 19.
sir, but in alien technologies like which we are using in ancient technology, same are the same of same Vimanas and VFOs the aliens also use.
Yes,
So they are using like that. They told that same similarities. So I'm going to know that this also this technology of is used by aliens. So aliens knows the gods are there. So I got some through some papers and news things that the aliens can see our gods like where they're situated like in Kailasa or in any other
right,
formation.
right. Because the whom we consider as a god, as a human point of view, is mostly generally a powerful being who is a longer lifespan and better technology and those things. So and they have the technology of mind control. Even it is there that in the Viman Shastra also it is there to create the visions, uh, to change the memory, and all those things are in present published Viman Shastra. Those things are there. So they can control it and project the picture like we are the deities. We are someone who gave you this gift of these books and all those things. Important thing is we lack the book. See, if you want to build a machine or if you want to build some drilling machine or something or electric motor, you require design. Even you have concept, you can build it, but for that the detailed concept and the mathematics and the design parameters should be there. Almost we got only 2-3 books are there. Anshubodhini, Viman Shastra, and some other. So rest books are gone. We
I
require that
think
literature.
Germany has taken these some of the like some of the books or some of the like there will be an
Yes.
Tarapatras they are taken by the Germany and
Yeah, they took it, but now what to do?
so
We cannot
so
because they will not be in
and
the
we
any
have
libraries.
so we have some more books also like Talapatras and some more books in our Nalanda University and some old universities. Some person has told me that some old books and Talapatras are there in their colleges for we can get some these things, these kind of things, which we can know more than German.
No, we cannot get in anywhere in India. I searched myself in most of the libraries in India, and I scanned the catalogs also of manuscript catalog. They are not even mentioned in the manuscripts. Because see, this is a very wide. It was a very wide project. So those who took the books, they will not let the mention of those manuscripts in the catalogs. So we will not find trace of those books anywhere. Now in Germany also, they took it in long back. So how they will keep it? They will not keep it in some college level. Those things are now with the private companies
Thank you, sir.
like SpaceX or something. Hmm.
Well, if you still have any questions that you would like to ask or something, you could still, type it in the chat box, or you could even email Natsir, or you can email us, so we can also forward in that way. Well, it was a great lecture, and we thank Sir for his amazing research and for sharing his views every time on the platform. And now we would like to take this opportunity to thank Captain Harsha Sir for creating a great platform, and the organizing team at RARDD, and all that are supporting on various digital platforms. For further queries, you can email us to the mail ID which is presented in the description or on the slide which is shown. Or you could also go to our Facebook page and you could text us there or message us there. So I hope you will all join for another amazing session soon. And soon we will also be present on various other media platforms. And we all thank you for supporting us all this way. And we would be looking forward to for the next session. Thank you all.